Hello Cancer, and welcome to your week ahead reading for the week of May 29th. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs for a more well-rounded perspective. And if you're interested in a personal reading or my Patreon page, there's links to that in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. This week I'm doing a little bit different. I actually have pulled a rune along with the cards. So let's go ahead and begin with the rune. And the rune that we have here is Rado. And this has to do with journey, but I feel like this is tapping in strong with the journey from the point of view of astral projection or to the other realm. I do feel like this is coming in strong with astral projection or remote viewing. So if this is something that you are practicing or contemplating practicing, this is just letting you know that this is something that is going to be open and available to you this week if you want to tap into it. Those within the spiritual realm who you work with, who you rely on to have your back, to protect you, they will be available for this, but the energy to practice or hone your skill of remote viewing or astral projection is available this particular week. And I feel like they're asking you to partake in this. And I feel very much this is at the beginning of the week. They're asking you to partake at the beginning of the week with something, a ritual, a ceremony, a meditative practice, or just something in general that allows you to feel safe and secure and actually participate in some astral projection, meeting them in their realm for communication. We're continuing on with the High Priestess. I feel like this is representative of you and the abilities that you have. Connections and the work that you've done up to this point has really sort of solidified connections that you've always been suspicious of having about yourself, but you've never really allowed yourself to believe it because it just feels so fantastic. It feels like a fantasy, or we're just ingrained to believe or perceive that these are impossibilities. They're not correct, that this is just some sort of Hollywood version or made up concepts of what exists and it's not real. But you've reached a point, or you're going to reach a point this week, where you're going to see how, even though some of it might not be absolutely correct, some of it might not be 100% accurate, there are elements of truth of connections and possibilities. And so you might take some research to kind of dive out and kind of divide what's real versus Hollywood's versions or our ideas of fantasy. But that connection, that spiritual connection, and the possibilities with that, understanding and seeing that they do exist and they are possible, is something that's going to come up this particular week. And that goes again with that astral projection, or that communication to the spirit realm, journeying to the spiritual realm so that you can have a connection and communicate. This is coming in. They're supporting each other in this particular message, this rune, and this particular card. We're following with the Justice card, and I feel like this is just letting you know that there is a balance. There's definitely specific laws of nature that have to be abided by. It doesn't matter what you might dream up. You're still limited by the laws of nature, the laws of reality. So that, however that might come through or might make a foundation of understanding regarding this High Priestess and regarding this particular rune and that connection to journeying to the spiritual realm. And this might even be limitations. The Justice card might even be that you have an incorrect concept of justifiable definitions regarding spiritual connections that you're going to have to work through. And if you're at the point in your journey where you're contemplating the astral projection, the journeying to the spiritual realm, your gifts and your connections and what you can gain from that, if you're at the beginning point of that and you're still kind of working through it, the Justice card for you is coming through to let you know there are things that you're limiting yourself from because your idea of what is the law is not really applicable. It's an ingrained, propagandized version of reality that's not actually rooted in actual reality. The perception of what is available has been hidden for a very long time. So it's a matter of breaking through that to see the connections that are available to you that we are dismissing or we have been programmed to dismiss. And so this is the information that you're going to kind of come against this particular week. And some of it's because there's just some things that you're going to experience or become aware of that makes it harder and harder for you to stand by what you've considered to be reality, what you've been told and you've accepted to be reality, versus what you're becoming more and more aware of might actually be the true reality. And so this is just something that you're going to be working through as you move through this particular week. Continue connecting to your gods and your ancestors for guidance and for protection as you move through this, whether you're doing research or you're taking it to the next level and actually projecting and connecting to the spiritual realm. Do what you need to do, but this is definitely some energy that's going to be available for you for this week, and take it however it is. All right, that is all I have for you. I hope you have a beautiful week, and we'll see you in a future video.